This is a time that most people will relax. They're thinking more about their vacation plans and where they are going, which is
Who's
great.
going on vacation?
Not I.
I'm not going on vacation.
Good morning. Good morning.
Fantastic. Look at Sophia go. Good morning, John. Just stopped 2 auctions last minute. Congratulations. Would love
Nice.
to hear about it. Would love to hear about it. If you want to join us on stage, would love to hear what you did, how you did it, so others can learn and do the same. We need to stop this monstrosity, this event that's going on, this phenomenon.
Bob, I got a question for you.
Yeah,
What is your morning routine? Do you have a morning routine?
I do. You told me you don't have one.
I don't have one. No.
Yeah, I do.
Actually, Dan does have a morning routine.
He does?
Yeah.
What's my morning routine, John?
Dan wakes up and the first thing he does is he goes downstairs, he gets his red Solo cup, and he downs 10 egg whites. Just egg whites.
Oof.
What's next?
Uncooked, huh?
Then he
Yeah.
gets ready for he goes out for cardio. He's already got his cardio in for the day. And then
There
he's
you go.
back. He's ready to get to work.
Love
That's
it.
true.
Love it. There you go. That's a routine every day. Mine is I get up, I stretch a little bit. A little bit is like 40 minutes. And then I exercise. I have my water during this time. I have about close to 2 liters of water during this time. Then after that, I have my cup of coffee along with my breakfast. And then I come up and I do my journal, which includes the 6 things, which are gratitude. What am I grateful for? Forgive. Who do I forgive? Whoever did me wrong yesterday. Matt Riley raising his hand up. Come on now. You don't need to raise your hand up, brother. Come on up. Let's see. So, gratitude, forgive. The third thing is, who am I going to be giving love to today? Fourth is, what am I looking forward to today? Fifth is, what is my reason or intention of the day? And the sixth thing is not the non-negotiables. What 3 actions will I be taking today, no matter what, before the end of the day? The day does not end until these 3 are done. After that, I look at my calendar and I get to work. That's my routine.
There you go.
No, Matt doesn't answer anybody anymore. He's just too cool for us, I think. He just, I mean, I called,
I was
not
trying to buy a
called.
property inform him like last week, Bob, and he like didn't. He got me, but he got back to me like 3 days late. He got me 3 days later. He said,
Here he
Yeah.
"Oh,
comes. He's running to
yeah,
get the
we did have
hoodie.
a couple, but yeah, they're already gone. Already gone, dude. Already gone."
That's what happens when you become too cool, you know? You just don't turn on your mic and you just want to speak to yourself
That
and,
was
you
such a
know,
rookie
Yo,
mistake.
wear the
um,
red hoodie,
That
the
was
little Red
such a
Riding
rookie
Hood.
mistake. The muted mic is so terrible. I hate that I do that still.
How's it going? Long time no talk. Where have you been?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good to see you,
I gotta,
man.
I gotta get a Tennessee driver's license today. Stressing out about
IRL
it.
stuff.
IRL stuff. I'm rolling dirty over here for like the last 30 days. I gotta get proper.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
we won't report you.
Hopefully this isn't being streamed.
Let me just cut the stream real quick.
Things are good. I just signed 3 lease option agreements this morning.
Nice. Congratulations. Where in?
Texas, trying to do them only in Texas as of right now.
What lease options?
Kevin. Yes, trying to only do them in Texas. I'm partnered now with John Jackson, who I
Ooh,
believe reached out to John Johnson, which is the John Jackson, John Johnson. It's too
He
much to
was
say in
just
one
he was
sentence.
just here in Brazil too.
Too much to say in one sentence. But yeah, so he's based out of Fort Worth. His company leasing to buy, and so trying to do them only in Texas. It's going well so far. Going well. Got those three. I have one live right now, and then I talked to two people last night, so hopefully that'll get signed. So yeah, it should be about five or so lease option assignments.
Matt Riley,
so
when are we getting into international sub two? That's the question.
Oh, you're talking.
When can you give me a sub two in Dubai?
I know a guy.
John's face lit up.
yeah, right. Like,
I might have to get out to
my
Dubai here soon.
Yeah, get us a
my
sub two. Get us a sub two in Dubai, Matt. What we talking here?
my
What we need
old
to do?
attorney, my buddy in Chicago, has two guys, um, Patel and I forget the other guy's name, but they were WhatsApping me not too long ago from Dubai, and he was showing me the condo that he had bought there, and we talked for like an hour on the phone, like a year ago, and he was telling me about purchasing there and telling me all. So I could probably talk to them and see they're big money. They're big money individuals, and but yeah, they could probably tell me what. I don't remember. It was so long ago when I was talking on the phone, but I do remember the conversation about when he was telling me, and it piqued my interest. Where I was like, okay, I never would have thought about investing or buying in Dubai, but the way that he was explaining it, the pictures he was sending me, everything else, I was like, kind of makes some sense, I suppose.
I heard buying a house there is like as easy as buying a cheeseburger.
Yet they make it extremely easy. It is one of the
Like
most
buying a
business
car or anything is
friendly.
like all equivalent. Like it doesn't like you just walk up basically you just walk in as long as you have the money, do the transaction, you walk out with the product.
I think they just hand you a Ferrari when you get to the airport. They just start handing out supercars.
That's just like that's your welcome gift for being a resident.
Yeah, you just get the police department is a police department filled with supercars. But he
Yeah.
was showing it was one of those high rise. Everything there is a high rise, but it was one of those crazy high rise condo buildings. And he was talking about like the pricing models that they have there of like similar to here in the not getting taxed on any of the income and all of that kind of stuff that's generated from it, and then how much they were like the appreciation that was taking place on these condos was like it was just I don't know it made sense to me when he was talking to me about it though I was in no position to be buying condos in Dubai, but um,
Here he is
I could definitely
today.
talk to him for sure. I'm sure they have again it's one of the most business friendly places in the world, so if anybody would be open to creative, I'm sure it'd be them. There you go, Simon. I have a contact there who sells apartments in Dubai. Financing is usually only over a few years. I wonder if I still have that WhatsApp conversation that I can look at and see what they were saying.
tell me,
I
guys,
didn't say
what
anything.
is the appeal of Dubai to you guys?
I don't want to say it on record.
That's Dan. I don't get it. I went to Ireland 2 years ago and I was talking to my 80-year-old grandma, and I hadn't seen her since I was in sixth grade, and we were talking, and she was telling us, she's like, "Oh yeah, when we were in Dubai six months ago or so," and I looked at her and I was like, "Wait, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, Dubai, we go there." And I was like, "You go to Dubai?" And she's like, "Yeah, we go there like twice a year. We go on holiday, and we've been going there for 20 years now." And I was like, "Are you?" And I realized I was like, "Well, it is closer than it is here, but it just seemed so outrageous that." My elderly Irish grandma was going to Dubai twice a year to like go
Hmm.
hang out on holiday, but
I,
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
would say I would
exactly.
never relinquish my citizenship to go move. I think that's stupid when people are doing that because it's like, you don't really like, I don't think you should ever relinquish your United States citizenship. If you're born in wherever you're born, I don't think you should relinquish that citizenship just to go get a tax advantage. Like I don't even think it's worth it because I will say if anything ever were to go wrong or whatever, like you are still a foreigner in that land
Hmm.
and you're going to be treated as such at the end of the day.
Is that what you have to do? Is you have to give it up?
If you want the tax, if you want the tax thing, if you want no tax, if you want no business tax, none of that stuff, then you have to relinquish your United States citizenship. Because basically why they did that is because they were getting pissed off that people were moving over there and they were living there more than 6 months out of the year, and then they were not paying any of their taxes, and they were just coming back in the United States as when they pleased. And they were like, hey, you can't do that. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna put an end to this. You gotta relinquish your United States citizenship.
Yeah, I don't think it's just for Dubai. I think it's any foreign land.
No. You can
No?
be a dual citizen in multiple different countries and not
I
relinquish your
think
U.S.
No, but I
citizenship.
mean relinquishing your citizenship.
What do you mean?
I think you can also have residency or citizenship in the Cayman Isles.
I have dual citizenship in Ireland.
Yeah, dual citizenships is fine.
Do you have dual
But
citizenship, Matt?
if you
you can have dual citizenship in Dubai and the United States, but you still have to pay your
liable.
taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to pay your taxes,
right,
you got to relinquish your U.S. citizenship. And in order
not if you move to Puerto Rico, because if you move to Puerto Rico, that's the one.
That's our Hawaii. Come on.
I think I might just have to get out to Puerto Rico. I think AB is selling me on it.
Basically, I mean, I think it's the best. I think it's the best option right now for like people, especially people who are like in crypto and things like that. I mean, I do think that there's a lot of benefits to having, to being, in Puerto Rico and living there the majority of the year. But that's the one place you can move to. You don't have to relinquish your citizenship, and you can still keep both, and then not have to pay the income tax. But yeah,
I'm
if you
way
go
too
anywhere
Midwest
else,
to go live in Dubai. Way too
that's
Midwest
true.
to go
I
live
agree.
in Dubai.
That
would be such a wild move for me.
I think I could see
I'm
it.
sorry. I do not see the appeal of living in Dubai. I just do not.
The desert.
Oh my God, the weather is horrendous. Horrendous. I mean, it's beautiful. It's great for visiting, for vacation.
342 sunny days every year.
I would not want to live there, though.
You like Phoenix, Bob?
It just
My
doesn't.
opinion.
It's a giant mega city in the desert. Like I feel like they just imported there's
exactly.
water, they don't have a natural water source. I don't think they import all of their water there. It's a place that just shouldn't exist. It's like it's like Vegas. Vegas isn't supposed to be it's just in the middle of nothing. It's the desert.
I hate Vegas. I hate Vegas. I'm so glad.
And then they bitch that they don't have water, and it's like, yeah, you guys aren't supposed to be there. We're not coming to rescue you. You're not supposed to be there.
Actually, I want to have, as in January, I will not have a place in Vegas any longer.
Ooh.
So yeah, leaving my clinic actually. So I'm not renewing my contract with my company. I'm a CEO, so I'm relinquishing it. We're starting our own brand. So
wow,
interesting move.
That's
big changes. I think everybody's going to go through in this.
2024.
Big changes.
I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Been waiting to do this for a while. Finally came up with the opportunity. The opportunity came up. I had a great meeting last week, and but yeah. So, I mean, I like Vegas. I like to go in there occasionally, hanging out. I like, obviously, I'm sure I'll be back. Becky said, "What? I'll be back, Becky. We'll be back. I got to hang out with Becky a couple months ago. I was there a few months ago. I can't even remember. It's been a while now, but yeah, it's Vegas is not. It's just not the living on the Strip. At least was not having a place on the Strip was not for me. It was like staying in an oven every time I was there. I was like, I need some humidity in my life.
Yeah. Well, you're in the right place.
Yeah. I got plenty of it here. I
don't necessarily like the humidity. Yeah. I'm fine where I am. Thank you very much.
California, I think, Bob, if taxes were not so high, I'd be in California in a second, dude. We'd be there in a second. Yeah.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So
If the taxes
not gonna happen.
Get a new government. Well, maybe you'll see me out there.
Right. Exactly.
No, it's tough. It's tough because all the people that are staying out there are all in support of like who's running the state. So it's like, well, I guess not everybody, but Bob's sticking. He's got his feet planted in the dirt
Yeah.
out there. So
Yeah.
would you ever live anywhere else, Bob?
Yeah. I think I've said this already. I want to go
Live
to
in like
He
you
wants
wanted
to
to
go
live
to
in like I
Norway. He wants to leave the country. He
Norway.
doesn't want to stay in the United
Norway.
States.
Norway.
Norway is
I'm sure it's
gorgeous.
beautiful,
Norway.
but
It is. It's gorgeous.
look at that.
People are
Simon's
great.
bucket list.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a vacation home though in Monterey. If anyone has anything ever, reach out to me. We're still looking. Still looking. So
I gotta put you on those automated systems when anything that pops up on the MLS, you get a signal
bro,
notification.
I gotta yeah, I'm very serious. I really I think I'm definitely going out there again next year.
Yeah.
We're going out again next year.
Well, maybe 2024 I'll get to see you. I've only seen John and nobody
You're
else.
pretty far though from Monterey
That
though,
was
right?
so epic,
Yeah.
Bob. That meetup was epic.
I loved it. It was
Epic.
fantastic. Yeah, it's great.
We got to run it back
Hey, wait.
sometime soon.
Sounds great. Got a few questions here. Sco asks, do I have to have an attorney in fact to do a novation, or is there verbiage I can include in the original PSA to bypass that? What do you think, John?
I think it depends on the state. So some states require that you have a signed attorney in fact that is also notarized. So you have to consult with a local real estate agent to see what their brokerage will allow.
Yeah, but to be on the safe side, get the attorney in fact.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
don't.
just another document. I mean, if they're already in it and if they're um, entertaining the novation idea and they're good with it, what's an attorney in fact going to do? And it's only specific to that transaction for that real estate. So it's not like they're giving you attorney in fact for their entire life, their bank accounts or anything else. It's just that transaction. So
What my team has been doing for quite a while is we actually have them basically we have them fill out everything else except the attorney in fact. And then once we have everything, we actually start seeing movement on the market, and we actually know that it's a good deal and everything's going. Then we get them to sign the attorney in fact afterwards because we kind of have some proof there in the pie, and we're not just wasting their time. So it's kind of like we just kind of tell them we have people interested in the property. We have other offers, but in order to accept those offers on your behalf, we would need this attorney in fact signed. So that way you at least get it under contract, so you get the property as an exclusive, and then you can kind of then get the actual novation paperwork specifically with the attorney in fact signed once the process is started. So it's it kind of it doesn't that way they can't just disappear on you, or a lot of people get nervous about the attorney in fact and might end up not signing due to that. So that's just something that we did. My good friend Nick Perry kind of gave me that idea before. That's what his company does with novations. They don't do the whole 4-pager right off the bat. They do the very beginning paperwork, then have the specific novation paperwork signed afterwards, including the attorney in fact.
yeah, well, I mean, I think that's how we do it too in our team. I got to check, but I think that's how we do it too.
Yeah, it's sometimes people have a hard time getting all the paperwork signed up front. So if you're having a hard time getting all the paperwork signed up front, then that's what I would suggest. That's helped out a lot.
Cool. Hey Simon, where is that? I must be the idiot in the room. I don't know where that is. That picture.
Lima, Peru.
Looks like it's by you.
Lima, Peru. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, I was
See if you
thinking
can
about
buy
going
it.
out there to Lima. Might have
See
to
if you can
hop
buy
on a
it sub
plane.
too. Give them their price.
John Johnson around the world in 80 days.
80 days on his hot air balloon.
He is the man.
I ask God to
Such a
please
wild
bless
thing.
me so crazy in this upcoming year financially that
Things
I
you would
can do
never
this.
catch me in is a hot air balloon.
So,
The only
any
other
other
question,
questions?
John Foster asks if I can talk about novations. Yeah, I can talk about novations. He asks what's my experience with them. I've closed two. Um, they're very simple. You just let people know transparency is key. Just let them know what it is you want to do. Let them know that you're looking to list a property on the MLS and that you want to partner with somebody on the open market. That's what I say. I've got calls on my Instagram. You can listen to the calls that I've made where I talk to sellers live and you can hear what I said. And you can say the same thing.
Value. Fantastic. Love it. Any other questions, ladies and gents? We have the pleasure, the opportunity of having the one and only Mr. Rinse and Repeat here with us today.
No.
So
Uh-huh.
come on.
He doesn't usually
No,
pop
no,
up on
no,
the
no,
stage
no.
anymore.
He doesn't pop up anymore,
This is a once in a lifetime
This
experience.
is our lucky day. This is the lucky
Choking on the
Tuesday.
BS over here. Choking on the BS over here.
Can you talk about title
Yeah,
company, how it works
you
in
guys got me all
wholesaling,
worked up.
how I call them to get my money? Um,
Call them and see if
okay.
they got any money for me too.
So I'm assuming that you're talking about being a wholesaler and that, okay, let's talk it from the beginning. You negotiate with the seller, you put the property under contract. As soon as you put a property under contract, you contact a title company that's investor friendly and you tell them that you want to open escrow, you have a property under contract. They will say, great, send us the purchase agreement through email. They will open an escrow. They will give you an escrow file number. When you have that, now you have open escrow. You have a certain amount of time to submit your EMD into it. Okay. During that time, if you want to put in your EMD, great. Otherwise, you have to find your end buyer to put the EMD in there. So when you find your buyer and the buyer says, "Okay, I want this property." Okay, let's say you bought the property, you put the property under contract for 150, you're going to assign it to your buyer for let's say 160 to make 10,000. Okay, you're going to write up a assignment contract, okay, with your end buyer. You're going to turn that into your title company, and at close of escrow, title company will know to send you your money, the $10,000. Does that make sense, Riku? All right. That's how you get your money. Don't forget Uncle Matt. Put a little on the
Yeah, I
side
was
for
gonna
him.
say, put a little in the
You
safety
know,
deposit box for me, will you?
2023 was not a good year for him, unfortunately. So, he
Yeah,
needs all
if
the
you have
help he can get.
you have a couple of bucks where you can spare it, please.
Let's get the tin can, pass it around.
How do you structure
Help
lease
Matt.
option agreements for properties acquired subject to what is the lease option time and the average option fee on such deals? So that depends. So sub two is you're taking the deed to the pro. So in Texas, you have to be careful if you're doing this in Texas, of course. Texas, you have to be careful. They don't allow sandwich leases in Texas. So you have to actually be the deed holder of the property in order to do a lease option. So most lease option tenant buyers are going to be paying a non-refundable option fee between 4 to 5%. When you get into the seller finance side of things, so again, going back to Texas or any other state contract for deed, something similar to that, you likely can get a higher monthly payment, or I'm sorry, a higher down payment, probably between anywhere from 5 to 20%, depending on the property. Um, Lease option time frame, again, going back to Texas, you're allowed to do up to 36 months for a lease option before it has to legally convert to a contract for deed or owner finance. So 12 to 36 months with certain stipulations. Outside of that, you it's anywhere from 12 to 36 months on the lease option. Lease options are primarily a shorter time frame. So if you are looking for long-term monthly payments and to collect interest over time, you're probably going to want to do a contract for deed or owner finance. If you're looking for a short time period where someone's going to go get traditional financing and cash you out in 6 to 36 months, you're probably looking at a lease option.
So you're talking about a lease option on the back end, not a lease option with the seller.
I'm thinking that's right because he said, how do you structure the lease option agreement for properties acquired subject to? So purchasing
Yeah.
subject to and then lease optioning on the back end.
Yep. Mhm. So
Thinking
your
that was
answer,
max
that
only
is the
option
correct
fee.
answer, what you said. Yes.
A down payment. So lease options, you have to be careful of the verbiage and the language. Lease options, it's not a down payment; it's a non-refundable option fee. They are paying a certain amount of money for the option to purchase that property at a specific purchase price at a specific time frame and at a specific monthly payment. So it's not a down payment. With a owner finance situation, that goes back to traditional financing standards of, let's say the purchase price is $400,000, they give you $20,000 as their down payment. Their loan balance on that seller finance note will be $380,000. Where with a lease option, the purchase is this, and they pay an option fee, and that's what it is. So you'll likely be able to get more upfront money in a seller finance or a contract for deed scenario because that person is going to pay a down payment because the more that they put down, the more it'll decrease their monthly payment, right? Just like you would at a traditional, you buy something for 400,000, my monthly payment is obviously going to be less if I give you $100,000 down payment as opposed to $10,000 down payment. So the monthly payment is directly associated with your down payment in a seller finance. In a lease option, you're just asking for 4 to 5%, and the monthly payment is the monthly payment. Oh, I'm assuming you're asking because of a subject to where it doesn't make sense as a long-term rental or any other strategy. So you're probably going to try to wrap it in some sort of way to an owner occupant. So it really just depends on the numbers, I suppose. It depends on what your entry fee is to get the deal, and then what you can possibly get on the backside. And again, does the person acquiring it subject to want a long-term wrap where they're going to collect, it's a $300,000 house, and if I seller finance it to you for 30 years, I'll make $700,000. Am I trying to get that monthly payment plus interest, or am I just looking to get cashed out and make a higher monthly payment, like a lease option? If any of that makes sense.
All right.
I'm just singing right there.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Contract at 17%.
No, man. If you're not 18, bro,
Yeah,
go get a job.
I'm not doing that one.
Go get a job. Or work for somebody else. Work for somebody in the business that's older that can sign. Go be acquisitions, dispositions for somebody else. Work in someone's business.
Well, he wants to know how to sign a contract. You can't legally sign a contract at 17, so you need to get somebody who is, like your parents or someone else who can sign on your behalf. That would be the way. But I completely agree with what John. Well, that's the legal way of doing it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But I completely agree with John. Go work for somebody.
Well, I think too, like he said, he goes I have a job, but it's not 10K, brother. You don't need 10K yet. You don't need 10K a month at 17 years old. You don't know how to manage 10K. So you need to learn how to manage. You need to make 2.5 to 5K a month.
Go learn how to live on $500 and see how to survive and get resourceful.
For sure. For sure, because if you don't know how to do that, then when you're trying to be an entrepreneur and the business goes wrong and shit happens and you lose money, you're not gonna know what to do.
Even
So
worse is when you get money and you don't know how to manage it. It will go quick, bro. It will go quick.
yeah,
So
it'll go too quick. So you need to know, like John said, you need to learn how to like manage and live off of small amounts and incrementally work your way up. Don't be hungry to get to 20, 25, 30, 50K. Like don't be greedy to try to get there too quick. It's like because it won't do you really any benefits. It's like as you start to get older, you keep scaling up and your money keeps scaling up, you'll actually be able to utilize it more effectively. You'll be able to understand and appreciate and value it more. But it's just like so many people think that at 17 they want to make $100,000 a month. It's like you haven't even earned the right to make $100,000 a month. And if you were to get $100,000 a month, it most likely, I don't no 17-year-old that I've ever met that's making that kind of money is someone that I even want to be around or hang around or deal with. So it's just because it doesn't introduce you to a lifestyle that you're really ready for just yet. So you gotta put in the
95% of
time.
lotto winners end up dying or going bankrupt within like 12 months of winning the lotto. $100,000 a month to a 17-year-old is similar. Like
Yeah,
there's no, it's just laughable. It's extremely, and not like saying this in a condescending
you
way,
just
of
don't need
course,
it.
like you're 17, you want money and I get it. But like speaking from a realistic standpoint, it's just not necessary.
Are you saying it's Justin Bieberish?
It could
It's
be.
just so,
It could be.
it's so a lot of things.
Yeah.
Could
Hey,
be.
Dan, do you know of a flat MLS listing in Florida? Mike Anadiotis is
Um,
asking.
I might just have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Re-
Mike,
okay.
Mike,
send me
Okay.
Mike send me a message. Yes, we can take care of you. But it depends on where. It depends on where in Florida, I guess. But yeah, we can take care of you.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is past our time. We appreciate you all. Bobby, you want to take us out of here?
sure. It has been an absolute pleasure having the one and only Matt Riley here with us,
Ooh.
Dan Fazio, John Johnson, and the whole group. Appreciate you all coming here. This is the time to get busy. This is the month to build on so that January 24 is going to be a great month for you. You don't want to pick up momentum in January. You want to build on your momentum in January.
Start your
So,
marketing now.
yep, exactly. Keep working right now. Work hard right now. Okay? Just another day. Don't forget that. It's just another day. All right? I wish you all the best. Reach out to us if you need any help. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Bob.
Take care.